Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer is the first in a series of them. I bought a bunch of these a couple of months back. And this is the first one I'm going to do is the India Pale Ale. I want to get it out of the way before it gets too old. Because it doesn't have a date on the bottle, so if we know it, we don't have any idea of how old the bottle is. And I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but I'm going to pronounce it Nogne. Nogne. So if that's wrong, somebody will correct me, I'm sure. I'm the word butcher, so I only know one word in this one language, and it's hillbilly. On the back of the bottle, this is 60 IBUs, 7.5% ABV alcohol, and out on the back it says a rich, malty, and very bitter ale. Cascade hops provide a long, fruity, and spicy aftertaste. Recommended serving temperature is 50 degrees. Ideal with barbecued or smoked meat dishes. Ingredients is Maris, Otter, Munich, wheat, and caramel malt, Chinook and Cascade hops, English ale yeast, and our local Grimstad water. Well, speaking of Grimstad, that's where the brewery is out of, Grimstad, Norway. It is an American-style IPA, coming in at 7.50, year-round serving from them, so they do it all year long. So, wish they put a date on it, so we know. The food pairings of this, like it gave you a couple there. Cuisine is the curry and the Thai to go along with that, and the cheeses are the peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp, blue, your more pungent cheeses, even gorgonzola and Limburger. So, that being said, the meat is fish, shellfish, and salmon. Glass is pint, Beckerstein, mug, about anything you want to pour it in. Just pour it into something, and this is a little bigger than a regular 12-ounce bottle, but it's not quite up to the 22-ounce, so it's in between, guys. Not recommended for extended cellaring. The alcohol at 7.5 will keep for a little while, but you're going to lose the hoppiness. So, and not having a date on it, you don't know what to judge it by. So, and it's coming out of the bottle. Look at there. It's ready to go. Wasn't quite a gusher, but it does have some carbonation to it. And it's ready to come right out of the bottle. And look at the head. It's pointing pretty good head, even though I'm pointing down the side of the glass gently. Alright guys, let's get it to the glass, into the light here, and let's see. It looks like it's got a lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom. The color is a darker tangerine, burnt amber color. Looks pretty good in the glass, and it poured a good finger and a half of head, even though it gushed out of the bottle just a little. But it didn't pour a monster head as it was going down the side of the glass. So let's get a nose on this one. A lot of hops in there. I mean, it's just smells pretty hoppy, even though we don't have a date on it. A lot of lighter fruit, like orangey, grapefruity. Little citrusy smell there. It smells a little on the stronger side for just a 7.5%. A little alcohol notes going on there. Looks pretty good, guys. Cheers. Wow, very tasty. A little on the bitter side. 60 IBUs, I think is what it said. Very light on the tongue. To me, the taste is just like the nose. I get a nice citrusy taste there. Very, very nice, very pleasant hops in this, but it is on the bitter side. Just remember that. Yeah, grapefruity, orangey, citrusy. The hops do this beer justice. It's pretty tasty. Very nice. I would definitely like to know how old this beer is, not having a date on it, whether it's this year, or last year, or the year before. No date. That's the way it goes. I mean, and this is a good beer. I mean, even though it don't have a date on it, it is a tasty beer. And some of my subs say, hey, don't buy them if they don't have a date on it, but I would miss out on good stuff, even though I don't have a date on it, and miss my opportunity to get on that soapbox and fuss a little bit. So, come on, Nogne. Put a date on the IPAs. At least a year. Come on. We gotta know when the damn beer is made. The Julian stuff doesn't work a lot with me. I mean, I have to try to read the barcode and figure out all that kind of stuff. I just put it on there. I talked to a brewer at the Top of the Hops Festival. As a matter of fact, I think it was a guy from Porter, and he was saying that the machinery to put the date actually on the bottle or on the label there is like $20,000. I know that's a lot of money, but that's need to know information. He said, well, we put it on the case, or we put it on the 6-pack, or put it on that. Yeah, but if we're buying them one at a time and it's up on the shelf, that doesn't do us a whole lot of good. So, guys, I'm flapping. Straight out of the fridge, 40 degrees. We're going to let it warm up. I'll be right back and we'll see what this one gets. It's pretty tasty right now. Stick around. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Got just a little bit left in the glass. And it left a nice lacing all the way down the side of the glass. Pretty nice beer. Pretty impressive. I enjoyed this thoroughly. It's got a nice hot presence. It's got a nice citrusy, grapefruity, piney, a little bit of orangey thing going on there. It's very pleasant. It's very well made. This is a top-notch beer, guys. Final chug. Yes, absolutely. That's a very good beer. The only thing I can knock it down for is not having a date on the bottle. I don't have anything now that the bottle has lost its condensation from being in the fridge and it's dried out. There's nothing on the label anywhere other than the barcode. And if the Julian date's encoded in that, that's a little more than I need to try to learn to figure that out. So they need to print it on the damn bottle. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. It's probably a 10 beer, but it's going to get a 9 on the scale because it don't have a date on it. And I'm not going to not buy these beers because it don't have a date on it, because I'm going to try every one of these beers, and if it don't have a date, you'll hear about it not having a date. That's the way it's going to be. So that being said, guys, Rate Beer has this at 99 overall and a 99 in the style. So they kicked it down a notch too. Wonder if it's because it ain't got a date on the bottle. What do you think about that? Rate Beer has it at a B+. I think it's a little better than that. So I'm going to stick with a 9 out of 10 on this one, guys. If you've had Nogne, if that's the way it's pronounced, I got about 5 or 6 more of these to do. So you're going to be hearing me if it's not pronounced that way, you're going to be hearing me mispronounce it. So that's how I pronounce it. Nogne. So they're out of Norway. Very tasty. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Good beer. If you see it, pick it up, especially if you're a hophead. You'll like this one. Guys, give me some comments back on this one. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to look in the fridge. See you then.